I have just 20 or 30 minutes a day for my PTE practice. How can I effectively use this 20 and 30 minutes a day to get that 90 overall in the next 3 or 4 weeks? Well, if you're wondering with all these things, then trust me, today I'm presenting you this 2-minute challenge that actually makes you a topper. Want to understand more about it? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on 2-minute challenge that can actually make you a PTE topper. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link, you can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. As I already told you, today we will understand how to effectively utilize just 20 or 30 minutes a day to get that 90 out of 90 in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Meaning you have to give 2 minutes for each of the modules. So now I'll be showing you how to effectively utilize these 2 minutes just for practicing each and every module of PTE, so that within 25 or 26 minutes, you can actually finish practicing all the modules and become that PTE topper. To finish practicing every module in just 26 minutes, I've got this beautiful routine. I'm going to show you the routine, and I'm going to do, and you also will do it with me, the entire routine for the next 20 or 25 minutes. The routine goes something like this. Read aloud, we're going to do 4 questions, which is approximately 2 minutes. Repeat sentence, some 10 questions, approximately 2 minutes. Describe image, 4 questions. Written lecture, 1 question. All this will take approximately 2 minutes. Summarize written text, 1 question. Essay writing, 5 sentences. To write 5 sentences, 2 minutes is more than enough. And then reading, fill in the blanks, 1 question. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks, 1 question. Reorder the paragraph, just 1 question. Summarize spoken text, 1 question, wherein we will be focusing more on the note taking. Listening, fill in the blanks, 1 question. Highlight incorrect words, 1 question. And write from dictation, 2 questions. You just stick to this routine. Trust me, it will take hardly 25 or 26 minutes to finish the entire module preparation. So now I'm going to show you how to prepare for all the modules, 2 minutes each for each and every module. Let's start. Alright, so I've got 4 passages. One by one, I'm going to show you how I read. You can take as much time as you want, preparation time, not exceeding 20 seconds. Let's start. Digital transformation has reshaped the way businesses operate, leading to increased efficiency, better customer experiences, and more innovative solutions. By integrating new technologies, and companies can streamline processes, reduce operational costs, and remain competitive. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to start. Digital transformation has reshaped the way businesses operate, leading to increased efficiency, better customer experiences, and more innovative solutions. By integrating new technologies, companies can streamline processes, reduce operational costs, and remain competitive in a rapidly evolving market. First is over. We're going to go to second question. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower play a crucial role in reducing. Investing in sustainable energy not only helps combat but also economic growth by creating new jobs. I think I'm ready. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower play a crucial role in reducing global carbon emissions. Investing in sustainable energy not only helps combat climate change but also supports economic growth by creating new jobs in green industries and enhancing energy security. Second one also done. I'm going to quickly move to the third one. Effective time management is essential for achieving personal and professional goals by prioritizing tasks, setting realistic deadlines, and minimizing distractions. Boost productivity, reduce stress. Consistently managing the time well leads to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Let's start. Effective time management is essential for achieving personal and professional goals. By prioritizing tasks, setting realistic deadlines, and minimizing distractions, individuals can boost productivity and reduce stress. Consistently managing time well leads to a more balanced and fulfilling life. We go to the last question. Tourism is one of the fastest growing sectors worldwide, contributes significantly not only generates income for local communities but also provides cultural exchange, understanding different societies. Sustainable tourism practices, I think I'm all ready. Tourism is one of the fast growing sectors worldwide, contributing significantly to the global economy. It not only generates income for local communities but also provides cultural exchange and understanding among different societies. Sustainable tourism practices are vital to protect natural resources and preserve heritage sites. Exactly, it took 2 minutes. So this way you can practice read aloud 4 questions in just 2 minutes and wind up read aloud. Now we will go to repeat sentence. You can also practice with me. This is the time you get to practice with your tutor. Please make use of this opportunity. Let's start.
My life as a human was an exciting one.
My life as a human was an exciting one. I'm going to little forward it. This is the correct answer. We're going to take up the second question. You can practice along with me.
Last night, the fence blew down with a loud sound.
Last night, the fence blew down with a loud sound. I think it's perfectly spoken. We go to the third question.
The piece of land has been lying vacant for many years now.
The piece of land has been lying vacant for many years now. I'm trying to focus more on the fluency, but I'm giving every content as well. We go to the fourth question.
The king was sad because his elephants were sick.
The king was sad because his elephants were sick. We go to the fifth question.
Doctors from all over the country came to treat the cancer patients.
Doctors from all over the country came to treat the cancer patients. We go to the sixth one.
In the stillness of the hot afternoon, the flute made a cheerful sound.
The stillness of the hard afternoon, she made a cheerful sound. I think two words I missed. In the stillness of the, I said hard afternoon. The flute, I said she made a cheerful sound, but I was very much fluent. I'll get the full scores.
It was the dry season and the river was just as shallow.
It was the dry season and the river was just a shallow. I'm trying to be as fluent as possible. It was perfectly spoken. We go to the last one.
Many aircraft and ships have vanished without a trace in triangle area.
Many aircrafts and ships have vanished without a triangle area. So here as well I missed two words, but I was very fluent. I think I'll get full scores. Many aircrafts and ships have vanished without a triangle area. A trace in triangle area I skipped. So now we'll move to describe image. We have got 2 minutes to practice for describe image. How do we do describe image? We have this template. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about information present in the image. For the keywords, keywords 1 and 2, here we will give 2 keywords. However, information present for keyword 3 and 4, here we give 2 more keywords. 4 keywords we had in rest template will cover. So I'm going to start with the very first describe image question. Here we go. So this is the first question. You don't need 25 seconds. Again, it's a waste of time. Probably 10 seconds you can give. Try to identify 4 keywords. Let's start. The keyword 1 would be here 40%. Keyword 2 is 20%. Keyword 3 is Safari. Keyword 4 is Chrome. I'm going to start. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information present in the image for the keywords 40% and 20%. However, information present for Safari and Chrome appears to be false. From the image, it is clear the topic given is not very common, and hence it needs a lot of research to calculate the maximum and the minimum. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. So first describe image done. Second question, we'll quickly move on. This is the question, 10 seconds preparation time, don't give 25 seconds. London, Colombo, Melbourne, Amsterdam. These are the 4 keywords or any keyword you give. Let's start. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information present in the image for the keywords London and Colombo. However, information present for Melbourne and Amsterdam seems to be false. From the image, it is clear the topic given is not very common, and hence it needs a lot of research to calculate the maximum and the minimum. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. Second question done and dusted, enough of practice. We go to the third question. Here probably London, Delhi, Sydney, Tokyo. These are the 4 keywords. I'm going to start. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information given in the image for the keywords London and Delhi. However, the information present for Sydney and Tokyo appears to be false. From the image, it is clear the topic given is not very common, and hence it needs a lot of research to calculate the maximum and the minimum. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. Done and dusted, we go to the last question, something like this. What is the keyword? Don't panic. Any keywords? Orange, fish, ice, fins. Orange color, fish, ice, fins. 4 keywords. Let's start. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information present in the image for the keywords orange and fish. However, information present for the keywords tail and fin appears to be false. From the image, it is clear the topic given is not very common, and hence it needs a lot of research to calculate the maximum and the minimum. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. Describe image done and dusted. We quickly move on to retell lecture. Remember, time is the factor for a lot of people. I totally understand that. So I'm giving you this small routine. Stick to it. 26 minutes. It will not take more than a second. Post 26 minutes. Let's start with retell lecture. So this is the template. I'm going to play the audio. I'm going to show how I take the notes and I speak. Let's start.
Don, what are you doing with all that candy?
Oh,
What are
great.
you doing?
Now I'm going to have to find someplace else to hide my stash of goodies. You just can't trust anyone these days.
Now, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black.
What are you implying, Yael?
Well,
What
did you know that in several laboratory experiments, scrub jays, relatives of the blue jay, hid their extra food more cautiously when other jays were around? In fact, if another scrub jay were visible when the first jay buried its food, the first jay was more likely to dig up the food later and rebury it in another location.
So what does that have to do with my candy?
Well, it shows that some birds are capable of more complicated behavior than we
Some
previously
birds
thought.
are
Scrub jays
capable
are
of
notorious
more
for stealing food from each other. So the fact that they behave more
complicated
cautiously when other scrub
behavior.
jays are present might mean that they're able to speculate about the future behavior of their observers. Birds from species
Speculate the
not known for thievery don't show the same
future
reburying
behavior
Oh,
of
so you're
observers.
arguing something like, it takes one to know one.
Exactly.
One to know
In
one.
fact, when scientists allowed some scrub jays to dig up another jay's food after seeing where it was buried, the birds allowed to steal were more likely to rebury their own food
It's a lengthy
later
sentence,
when
I'm
given the
avoiding it.
chance.
Hey, are you implying that the reason I hide my candy stash is because I steal other people's candy?
I steal other people's candy. I think that's enough. The audio, steal other people's candy. Now we have all the things, we're gonna kickstart. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about what are you doing with all the candy to hide my stash of goodies. In the beginning, the speaker explained about what are you implying, scrub jays, relatives of blue jays, hid their food cautiously. Later speaker mentioned about the importance of dig up the food later and rebury it. Some birds are capable of more complicated behavior. Here the speaker was ideally pointing at the fact that speculate the future behavior of observers, it takes one to know one. In conclusion, the lecture gives the important key points about I steal other people's candy. That's all written lecture is. You do this 100%, you'll get full marks from written lecture, and this is how you practice by making use of just 2 minutes every day. Next, we move on to summarize written text. This will not take 2 minutes. Wherever possible, you reduce the time. I'm going to show the question. I'll show you how I do it. Let's start. This is the question. I'm going to show you how I do it in less than probably 10-20 seconds. I'm going to take 2 full sentences. This is the first sentence. After a full stop, until I find another full stop. Copied. I put a comma, I write, and I take one more sentence. Any sentence to maximize the benefits, I'll just finish it off. There's a full stop. This is around 46 words. I'm able to see at the bottom. So 46 words, more than enough. This is what summarized written text is. Probably you can practice for 30 seconds a day. More than enough. Put one full stop in the end, 2 sentences in between, add a comma and a connector. That's all summarized written text is. Now we'll move to essay. Essay, you should have already memorized the template. For memorizing, you need to give a separate time. But if you've already memorized the template, how to make use of just 2 minutes to write 5 sentences in your essay template? Let me just help you with it. So this is the question. Some people believe that environmental protection is the responsibility of individuals, while others argue that it is a duty of government. Environmental protection is a responsibility of individual. Others say, hey, not us, it's the government. Discuss both the views, that's all. Don't worry too much about it. It's government, individual, environment. So this is the template. You can use my other template, although such topics as well, no problem. This template in body paragraph 1 and 2, meaning second paragraph and third paragraph, there are 5 sentences to be filled. Now I'm going to fill those 5 sentences in less than 2 minutes. Let's start. I hope you remember the question. Environmental protection is the responsibility of individual or the government. To begin with, one prominent aspect of environment is the individuals who are very much part of the society. I'm just writing whatever that comes to my mind. I'm not thinking too much. This means if individuals support the environmental protection, there can be a huge improvement. To quote a recent instance, again I'm gonna edit this. In Delhi, 1,000 students from a nearby college planted 1,000 saplings to promote the protection of environment. This is done 1 minute 18 seconds over. Now we will come to the next paragraph. Secondly, one notable feature is how government can benefit the environment and help in combating the climate change. This is due to the fact that if government supports the cause, we can expect support in the form of monetary benefits which speed up the process. 2 minutes 15 seconds, I think well and good. I took some time to understand the question. This is what your essay is, 2 minutes 10 seconds. So 2 minutes is actually more than enough if you understand the core of it, the crux of it. Now we'll move to reading, writing, fill in the blanks and see how we can solve it in less than 2.5 minutes. So any question is fine. This is the question I've taken. Let's understand how to do it in less than 2 or 2.5 minutes. Laughter is an essential part of life, often emerging at the expense of others. At times, a touch of foolishness may be necessary to evoke, to bring, to elicit. Elicit is to bring, explicit is the adjective it cannot fit in. Whether it's witnessing someone's misstep or observing pranks gone wrong, someone is doing a prank and if it goes wrong, you get a laugh. Pranks gone wrong is awry. A-W-R-Y, you should know the meaning of it. Awry is the second one. These instances serve as gentle reminders that it is alright to find humor in our own struggles, in our own ailment is diseases, not manner. I think mishaps is fitting in our own mishaps, means in our own problems. However, the current landscape of social media suggests that some individuals may have dashed themselves too deep. You go too deep or immerse too deep. Collocation. Immersed, the second one is the correct answer. Immersed themselves too deeply in portraying exaggerated characters. We immerse too deep to portray the exaggerated. The characters or personas. Properly fitting in, it's a context base. Blurring the lines between online foolishness and real life always goes with authenticity. Authenticity is the correct answer. The younger generation spends extensive hours on the social media. That's a proper collocation. So if you do it this way, probably 2.5 minutes or max 3 minutes, but it's okay, you can give 1 minute extra, but one question if you do it this way, more than enough. Understand the approach, finish my videos in the beginning and then every day 1 minute or 2 minutes to practice this way, things will actually fall in place. Now it's reading, fill in the blanks, 2 or 2.5 minutes per question. Let me show you how I do it. So this is the question, healthy ecosystems are our greatest assets. Healthy ecosystem is something that is really dear to us, not enemy, it should be allies. A-L-L-I-E-S because ally means a friend. They regulate our climate, clean our water, and feed our bodies. They are the dash of our economies, dash of backbone of collocation. They are the backbone, they are the strength, they are the support system of our economies. Yet we're losing them at an alarming rate. After an A-E-I-O-U pronouncing sound has to come. Unprecedented is U, A sound. I don't think any other adjective is fitting there, so it should be unprecedented rate, meaning the rate that has never happened before. Something that has never happened before is unprecedented. Forests are disappearing, oceans are warming, ing, species are ing has to come here, ing is growing and vanishing. Disappearing, warming, they're all bad things, so it is not growing, rather it is vanishing. Species are vanishing. The last one, for they are not separate issues but two dash of the same whole. Whole, two half of the same whole. It's a collocation, two halves of the same whole, H-A-L-V-E-S. Simple one, first is the greatest allies, second is backbone, third is unprecedented rate, fourth is vanishing, fifth is halves. That's all your reading. Fill in the blanks is all about. Now we will take up a reorder the question. You also try to do it in less than 2 minutes. Let's start. Alright, this is the question. As governments and organizations around the world recognize the importance of renewable energy and its challenges for infrastructure, there is a growing push for policies rather that support its development. A can be the first statement. Renewable energy sources such as solar and wind are essential for combating climate change. They provide sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. B can also be the first statement. However cannot be the first statement. D, in addition to cannot be the first statement. Now we have identified A or B can be the first statement. Now another technique called grouping will help us understand more about what goes with B and what goes with A. D says, in addition to environmental benefits. Is there any line or the paragraph that talks about environmental benefits? In the B, it talks about they provide sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Environmental protection, environmental benefits. B and D. In addition to these benefits, in addition to these environmental benefits, renewable energy also stimulates economic growth. This sector creates jobs, promotes technological innovation which can enhance energy security. B and D are together, but after D, B says positive thing. D also says very much positive. Very much positive leads to full and negative. However is in the C. D and C is fitting in. Transitioning to renewable energy presents challenges, including the need for updated infrastructure. Somewhere we saw infrastructure in the A, challenges for infrastructure. So C and A, not A and C. Because C starts with however, that is linked with D. So it's B, D, after D, C has to come. And since in the C, they mentioned about need for updated infrastructure, then in the A, as governments around the world recognize the importance of renewable energy and its challenges for infrastructure. The challenges have already been spoken in the C. So the answer is B, D, C, A. B, D 1 mark, B, D, D, C 1 mark, D, C, C, A, C, A 1 mark in the proper order. If you got B, D in the first pair, give 1 mark, D, C in the second pair, give 1 mark, C, A in the third pair, give 1 mark. If you have got B, D somewhere else, but not in the first pair, then you don't get marks, remember this. So B, D, C, A will fetch you 3 marks. That's all the reorder paragraph is all about. Now we'll quickly move on to summarize spoken text. Now summarize spoken text, I'm not going to play the audio because the same audio of retail lecture we're going to make use here as well. It's the same note taking strategy, but here I'm going to show you how to fill whatever the notes we have taken into the template. Let me just help you with it. Well, this was the notes that I've taken already for the retail lecture. So here as well we can use the same notes, but we don't have to write so many lines like this. 4 or 5 small lines are enough. So let's see how I am gonna fit all these things into template, because when you write you need to correct the grammar. So let's start and understand how to do it in less than 2 minutes. The talk was about what are you doing with all the candy. Is it fine? Definitely fine. Grammatically it is fitting in. First sentence over. To hide my stash of goodies. So it's firstly the speaker talked about. Now you need to fix the grammar. How he can hide the stash of goodies. This is grammar. This is what you need to learn over the time. Later speaker said, scrub jays are relatives of blue jays that hide their food. See, I'm trying to change the few of the things cautiously. I remove that what are you implying. It is difficult for me to fit it with a template with a proper grammar. Furthermore, the speaker provided imperative information on dig up the food later. No, you cannot write that way. How to dig up the food. You can like change it, transform it the way you want it, but grammar should be correct. Logic, you mess it up, doesn't matter. How to dig up the food later and rebury it. I think we've crossed 70 words. Let's see. In the end, the speaker left an important note on some birds are capable of. Note on why some birds. You don't write why, grammatically it's wrong sentence. Some birds are capable of more complicated behavior. So now I see 77 words have been written. You can see at the bottom. So we need to bring it down to 67, 68. So what do we do? A lengthy sentence, we're going to cut it. Speaker said scrub jays are relatives of blue jays that hide their food. I'm going to remove it. Now 4 or 5 words I removed. Now it becomes 72. Another 2 words I have to remove. How to dig up the food later and rebury it I'm going to remove, and now I think it should be perfectly 69 words, no spelling errors, no grammatical errors, perfect content, phrases, not just keywords. As a result, I'm going to get full marks. And all I did this in less than 2 or 3 minutes. Next, we're going to try listening, fill in the blanks. We're going to start very shortly, but you also can give a try at your end so that you get to watch the video, understand the approach, and get a good practice as well. All right, I'm going to play the audio now. Let's see. You also can do it at your end. Let's start.
A team of astronomers combed through a collection of odd stars that are candidates for Dyson spheres, artificial constructs designed by aliens to leach energy from stars. Instead, the scientists found, the weird stars are more likely to be hot dogs, hot dust obscured galaxies. In early 2024, astronomers combed through more than 5 million stars from the Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, Gaia and 2MASS Sky surveys, searching for stars that seem to have excess infrared radiation. According to the researchers, this extra infrared signal could be interpreted as the signature of a Dyson sphere. First proposed in the 1960s by physicist Freeman Dyson, these hypothetical constructs would essentially be enormous shells that wrap around stars, absorbing as much light energy as possible. In Dyson's theory, the material used to construct these spheres would come from disassembled planets in that star's system.
I think these are the 7 answers. So let's see how much marks I have got and how much marks you have got. Alright, candidates, I think I've got it correctly. Designed, ED is there, obscured, ED is there, infrared, spelling correct, proposed, ED I've written, spheres, you can write in capital, small is not going to make a difference. Spheres is correct, planets is perfect, I've got 7 out of 7. So here you may have to use some grammar method. Second one and the third one is obscured by, you cannot say obscure by. So just look into it again. There are ways with which you can actually find out ED has to come or S has to come. All this grammatically you can easily fix them. In our course specifically we teach you these things with respect to so many different questions. All these are the traps for listening fill in the blanks. I hope you have made use of this 2-minute practice. Let's quickly move on to the next module. The next we're going to talk about is highlight incorrect words. Remember, you have to skip choose single answer, choose multiple answer, select missing word and highlight correct summary. In the listening module, you don't have to practice. The same way the choose single answer and the choose multiple answer in the reading as well, you can absolutely skip. All these are dummy modules. So I'm going to play the audio now. You can also highlight at your end. Maybe you can just find out the correct answers. But I'm going to show you how I highlight the words over here. Let's start.
According to the World Health Organization, 1 out of every 3 women in the world is subjected to violence. This means over 1 billion women and girls suffer violence even after almost 70 years of the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Violence against women is the biggest war in the world. Domestic violence, of course, is the most painful of them all because you are being violated by those who are meant to love, cherish and protect you. This is revealing because it lifts the veil on the ugly side of families, the most revered of institutions, which socializes us and instills values in us. In order to be safe, women are advised not to go out, but the reality is that the family is the most dangerous place for women and girls.
So 5 incorrect words, you select these 5 incorrect words. 10 marks you're going to get, 5 to listening and 5 to reading. Because there's a listening skill and reading skill. Now let's quickly move on to the write from dictation. Now I'm going to play the write from dictation. You can also practice at your end. So let's see who wins. Alright, here we go, the very first audio. Ready?
There is little information that might help to identify these prisoners.
There is little information that might help to identify these business or prisoners. I don't know. Alright, so this is what I wrote. I'm not sure what you have written. There is little information that might help to identify this business. I'm going to add some extra words. The information that may help identify this businesses, prisoners. I think that's fine. Let me just verify the correct answer. You can also verify it at your end. Alright, so there, exactly matching, is matching. Little information that might, spelling is correct, little information that might, even if one letter is missing, don't give mark for that. Help to identify, you can write in any order by the way. Help to identify these is matching. Prisoners I've written here. That means I've got 11 out of 11 for the very first question. Even if one letter is missing in the spelling, prisoner you have written, give 0 for that. Every correct word will give you 1 mark to listening and 1 mark to writing. Here 11 marks are backed to my listening scores and 11 marks are back to my writing scores as well. Let's quickly move on to the second question. All right, I'm gonna play second audio. Do at your best. I'm also do it here right in front of you. Ready?
India has been eager for economic cooperation with China in the past.
India has been eager for cooperation. So this is a note-taking strategy. I was trying to do two things at once, which could be difficult for some, but for some it just comes quite easily. I'm listening to the audio, I'm writing on the other hand at the same time. When this comes very quick at typing or taking the notes, then see here, India, this is one word, has been eager for economic cooperation with China in the past. You just count the words now. I'll show you the trick now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words I've written. You see here, 12 words are there. Meaning I have already gotten all the 12 words. Listening skill, perfect. Now, in order to get the marks, I just have to write the correct spelling. If I write it, I'm the king. Hope you're getting it. So now India has been eager for economic cooperation. Cooperation spelling, I was about to still write. I'll not show the answer now. One moment. Cooperation, I was still writing it with China in the past. Has been, had been, economic, economy. What if it is economy? Cooperation, corporation. I'm sure it is not corporation, but I'm just adding all the possibilities. China, the. I'm just adding all the possibilities. Let me just verify and show you how much marks I've got. You can verify it at your end as well. All right. India, it need not be capitalized, even small is fine. India has been eager for economic cooperation with China in the past. That's it. All the words are correct. So I've got 12 out of 12. I really hope you also would have got 12 out of 12. If not, it's totally fine. Improve on your note-taking skills. Note-taking skills are the ones that make a huge difference. So now we finished all the modules. Approximately we have taken 2 minutes, for some less than 2, for some more than 2. On an average, 25 to 27 minutes is what we gave to solve all the questions of the PTE. And trust me, in these 25 or 26 or 27 minutes, we've done our best to understand the approach and get a good practice on each and everything. So now this 25 or 26 minutes, if you can give 4 times a day, then it's double the result. Morning 6 o'clock to 6:25 or 6:30, I practice once. Afternoon after lunch, 1 o'clock to 1:25, I practice twice. Evening just before snacks, everyone will go to snacks in my office. For 20-25 minutes break will be there. In that 20-25 minutes, I will use this routine. 3rd time a day. 4th time, just right before dinner or after dinner, 20-25 minutes a day. I'll again practice. Trust me, it is just 20 to 25 minutes I'm asking. You give this time 4 times a day, if possible, the result will be quadrupled, not just doubled. But if you do not have this time, then it's okay. Once a day, 25 minutes or 26 minutes, just practice all. You will be well versed with all the modules. And this is what makes you a topper. Alright guys, I really hope this was an informative video. If you like the content, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much for watching.